I really reading this on the end?
Oh, there's a robin. Hi, buddy.
Not entirely, but a little bit. And if I get the tower, I'm quitting. Why am I reading this? So some Dunkin' has been acquired. A little messy because I don't have anyone else in the car with me. And now we're gonna go get a dirty chai. I already have matcha, but we're gonna get something else because I want a dirty chai from Aroma Joe's. all of it has been acquired. Is it gonna focus? Maybe. You can see it there. Oh, I have about 10 minutes until the stream starts, so we're running slightly late, but it's okay. Oh, there's a robin. Hi, buddy. Hello, and welcome to another video. My name is Katie, and today Instagram is controlling my writing day. I'm glad that they were somewhat nice to me. Not entirely, but a little bit. Okay. It is 10:21. We're currently in the middle of sprint. It is Wednesday, the 12th of June. And if you didn't know, I stream every single Wednesday with the Troublemakers. You can come join us and watch the chaos that occurs because we are chaotic people. I was allowed. Ah! What is this happening to me? Why? So I asked Instagram if I was allowed to go out and get coffee or if I had to make coffee myself. And luckily they were nice to me and said that I could go out and get coffee. So that's what I did. I did get a matcha latte from Dunkin' because that is what I usually get. And I wanted some breakfast because I was hungry. But I also went to Aroma Joe's, as you saw, and got a charged chai, which is just a dirty chai, which is just a chai with a shot of espresso. And I tasted this in the car. I was immediately taken aback because it's so good, but it tastes like college to me. Because I literally had dirty chais all the time. I would get them from Starbucks on campus. We went to a local cafe for our poetry slam nights, which I know, the most ridiculous thing you could ever hear about, but what do you expect from English college student? But the dirty chai tastes just like college, so I feel revved up and ready to take on the rest of the day. So today's a Wallace work day, which if you don't know means we're gonna be doing 45-minute sprints with 15-minute breaks. That is not what the people of the internet asked me to do, but I'm doing it anyway because it's Wallace's decision. It's her work day. But later on today, after the stream is over, I will be doing the 30 minutes, which is what you guys have voted on. If you want to follow my author Instagram so you can see these things are happening, get behind the scenes look, learn about my writing journey. I post reels now. It's life, such as life. It's actually at author.katie.chandler because that is my pet name, Katie Chandler. RIP, Writer Scribbles, gone but not forgotten because I did snatch up that username for myself in a different account because I will not let her go. I love Writer Scribbles. She is me. Love her deeply. But I wanted to make my account more accessible to find by authors if you were like looking for author accounts, like, you know, SEO purposes. The devil, but it's fine. We're gonna drink this caffeine and I'm gonna actually let the dogs out, so you're gonna get some aesthetic outside b-roll for 35 minutes because I need to run my dog around because he's quieted down now, but he was being loud. Let's go. Walking through my house. The boys are so beautiful. Beautiful boys. Hi.
Can we just take control? We're overcomplicating how love flows. High low shouldn't be this stock broke, shouldn't be this hard to tell you I want more. I wanna see that you want me, snatch me up quick, let's see the ring. I wanna know, can we move forward, bust down that door, playing all my cards now, cause I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby, don't wanna take it slow. I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby,
was hot because I was outside. I'm gonna try to be very careful and not disturb the little guy who's laying down here by my feet. He's being very good right now, and he is not usually this good. So I have to use my Crow Tarot today because my other tarot cards are over on my bed and I'm not gonna disturb him. I'm gonna pull a card today, kind of just to suss out the vibe. I've also realized I kind of hate how my head looks in this hat. The littlest baby in the whole world. Okay, I don't love this better, but it is off my face and I don't have to like fuss with my hat. So I just re-looked, and of course, naturally, when I looked like right at the end of the time that it was running out, Draft Royalty Romance was at 37, and I should have taken a screenshot then because you're not gonna believe me. Maybe you will. I have no reason to lie. But now, Draft Royalty Romance and 35% for Outline Werewolf book, and I'm just like, God damn it. Y'all are supposed to pick this for me. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we're just, I've decided just to draft because it's 5,000 words that I have to write today. And I also have to edit a podcast today, but maybe give me a good idea of which royalty book to do because I have 4-ish outlined / have an idea / like have written some in. We're gonna pull a tarot card and I'm gonna read to you what it means, and then we're gonna get into writing because this is enough procrastinating on my end. Let's do. And if I get the Tower, I'm quitting. This guy, which is the 7 of Wands, I think. I wish it had it written on there. I mean, obviously it has the 7 up here, but 7 of Wands. We're gonna see what that means in Crow Tarot. Okay. The crow defends its territory at the top of the mountain. The approaching crows below are all too eager to knock him down and take his spot. This card is a reminder that although you've made it, you must not be complacent, as there will be those who believe your position should be theirs. The 7 of Wands asks you to remain self-confident and have the courage when facing challenges. It won't be easy at the top, but you've earned your right to be there. That is so fascinating considering some of the things that have been going on in my life right now. This is why I'm the terrible vlogger. I meant to, during the stream, say that I was writing and have, sorry, but it's fine. Okay. Who should I pretend to be? Hi guys, welcome back to another video. You said to pretend to be someone who's good at vlogging, that's flawless. Sorry. Okay, all of that waffle to say I am a terrible vlogger. Oh, I'm such a bad vlogger. My fucking air conditioner's still on. Oh my god, I'm about to fall over. It's okay, this vlog is chaos, but that's fine. You can still hear them in the background because I have this up so high. See every freaking flyaway and all my laundry. That's how you know that this is real. We're just gonna move you slightly. Move you slightly. All this waffle to say, I'm gonna do a 30 minutes rant on my royalty romance book. I think another part of this vlog is going to be reading some of it, if you can believe, if I get the courage to. Last time I read from any of this was back in May of 2 years ago. So it's gonna have to be done much later because we're going to the store later. God, that's annoying. The vlogging is like really, anyway, you're gonna get some B-roll, fucking enjoy it. Peace out. Small detour because guess who forgot to put the ages of all my fucking characters. If you guess me, you'd be correct. Hello friends, let's end this Instagram controls my writing day vlog once and for all. I feel like I've been filming it forever. It was really only a single day and then into a second night, but I didn't film anything on the second night, so apologies for no vlog footage there, but you're getting something here because I asked on my Instagram if you wanted to hear me read some of what I'd written for the 5K day, and of course you all said yes because you hate me, clearly. So I'm gonna read that now. Apologies for the air conditioner that's on. It is quite literally like 95 degrees outside and I am not a hot weather creature, so I will have to just use my mic and my ASMR voice, and hopefully the air conditioner in the background is just like nice ASMR for you. I'm also about to pack to go to pet sit for a week, so that's why I'm also sitting next to a suitcase, because we're multitasking. But I'm going to read for you, and then I'm going to give a little summation of the vlog, I guess, outro, and we'll be done, okay? Also, I am sitting in this position because the last time that I read from these two characters specifically was 2 years ago, which is quite a bit of time, but it was this video for a May Chaos Reign vlog, and this was really where I first started developing these characters, and so I'm back to writing with them. They're in a different book now. It's not historical, it is modern, because your girl cannot write historical because she would get way too bogged down in the details. Okay, let us begin. If you didn't watch before, this is technically what I think is going to be book 3. I know, I just like writing between books that aren't the first ones, but I knew I had 5k in me for this one because I'd already written a ton for it. 13,543 words of this book, and it's barely outlined, but the premise, which I will read for you because why not? The tropes are Beauty and the Beast, Grumpy Sunshine, Arranged Marriage, and it comps to Winter's Orbit, which now that we're 2 years on is a bit of an older comp, but if you've read that book by Everina Maxwell, I think their name is, I'm looking because I have another one of her books on my shelf, Ocean's Echo, which I have not read yet. If you've read that book, vibes are similar. So the premise of this is reclusive Mikhail Vasilev inherited the title of Duke at 18 after the untimely death of his father and brother. The greatest state of North has many ties to revolutionaries, so as a compromise, Mikhail is to wed the youngest prince, to ensure Mikhail's utmost loyalty to the crown, since his father was a known revolutionary sympathizer. Elias is 22, a known partier, flirt, and extrovert. His mother believes it a good thing that he be brought to the grey, rainy, and gothic estate of Vasilev Manor. Perhaps then he will settle down and lose his rebellious streak, and maybe over time they will begin to understand each other and understand that they're not that different. That is the current blurb. It's not super great. Again, this is all first draft, 5k day words written, so apologies if any of it's not perfect. It's how it is. Let me scroll down to the part that I have to read for you. This book has gotten supremely unhinged, so I had to pick a portion that is less unhinged because there is so much unhinged about this, especially since now I know who Elias's siblings are, and Elias's siblings come to visit, and they cause chaos, as they are wont to do. So, the scene before this, Elias has had, like, drinks and dessert with his siblings because they've come to visit him at his estate. He's already married. He's been married for several months. Basically, he's now come back because he was having this private time with his siblings, and Misha, Mikhail, was like, oh, I'll go to bed. You have a good time with them. I could give you more context, but, like, I don't think there's anything else you need to know. If there is, I will insert it here. If not, let's just begin. The door clicks open softly, and Misha sits up. He tried to sleep hours ago, so he wasn't waiting up, but as usual, it has evaded him. I need to make this larger. Oh my god. Elias closes the door slowly, making sure it barely makes a sound as it latches into place. When he turns around, he has his hand around a candle, shielding the light as to not wake Misha. Then he startles, gasping as he presses back against the door. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Misha says, wincing. I didn't want to alarm you. Elias presses a hand to his chest. A little late for that, he chuckles. Since you're up, do you mind if I put on the light? Go ahead, Misha says, leaning over and flicking on the bedside lamp. Elias blows out the candle. I won't lie, I did feel very Victorian wandering around the manor with a single candle to light my path. I'm sure you gave the staff a fright. Elias shakes his head, flicking on the overhead light and setting down the brass candlestick on the dresser. No, I doubt they saw me. In the light, he can see Elias is disheveled and crumpled. His cheeks are blotchy and flushed, a glimmer to his eye that means his siblings and him probably got a bit wine drunk after he left for bed. May I ask how it was? Elias grins. It was great. He pauses, unbuttoning his cufflinks and plopping them down onto the dresser. Thank you again. I really missed them. Misha fiddles with the edge of the seat. I know they mean so much to you. It's the least I could do. The bed dips as Elias lays on it, flopping onto the end and making Misha bounce a little. They asked me about you. Misha looks up and finds Elias staring at him. Oh? His throat tightens with cotton, either from nerves or the soft look in Elias's face. They're like liquid in the soft amber light. It is much better than the cool fluorescent bulbs he'd had in here before. They were surprised to find out you're not a terrible nasty beast that is chaining me in the dungeon every night. Ice claws down his spine. Misha forces himself not to swallow. His fingers curl together in his lap to hide their sudden trembling. Luckily, Elias is too tipsy to notice. His gaze is hazy, lifting to slightly above Misha's shoulder, a little far away. I told them you were sweet to me. Elias, Misha starts. It's true, Elias says, misunderstanding Misha's attempt to stop him. You are, and I'm grateful for that. Misha doesn't know what to say to that. He knows no one had a loving opinion of his brother or father. He knows what Elias' family must think of him. Right now, they're probably discussing if Misha has somehow brainwashed Elias into believing that a Vasilev is good. They do believe we have a freaky sex life, though. Unhinged. Misha chokes, every thought screeching to a halt. Excuse me?
Elias laughs, putting his hands behind his head. His dress shirt is untucked from his pants, the edge riding up and showing off the slim line of his hip. Yeah, I just gently infer that you treat me well, and Frankie, half drunk, took that to mean that you blow my back out every night. His stomach twists, heat suddenly sweeping up over him, and it takes all of his willpower not to push the sheets and blankets off of him. You didn't tell them. Misha trails off, knowing his face is burning hot and most likely a vile shade of red. Elias shakes his head. Of course not. He says it like it's obvious, but Misha knows that Elias is incredibly close with his siblings. He has said before that he shares everything with them, so why wouldn't he share that? It's not my information to divulge, Elias says. Even half drunk, Elias still speaks with such an elegant syntax. When Misha is drunk, he becomes a slobbering idiot. That's why he doesn't do it anymore. Well, thank you, Misha says softly. Elias nods, solemn and serious for only a moment, until a yawn breaks through and stretches across his whole face. I'm too tired to get up, he says, with a soft whine in his voice. Come on, you don't want to sleep in trousers and a dress shirt. Elias groans. Help me, please? Misha rolls his eyes but obliges and pushes the cover off. He tries to crawl with as much dignity as he can muster to the end of the bed. Jesus Christ. Ignoring his shaking fingers and Elias's soft gaze, he tries to focus on unbuttoning Elias's shirt. I really didn't think you would, Elias whispers. Misha makes quick work of the buttons. You did ask nicely. He shuffles off the bed and goes to the trunk with all of Elias's clothes that he brought over from his room. What shirt do you want? He asks, the air in the room feeling far too warm. He flips the latches and opens the lid. The clothes inside are a mess of chaos. Elias, how do you live like this? He turns and his mouth goes dry. Elias has sat up and pulled his shirt off. He is tanned and toned, freckles scattering temptingly across his shoulders and a constellation of dark moles down his chest. Misha tries not to swallow and make it so obvious that he's staring, so he looks away. Can I have one of yours? Elias asks softly. Misha's eyes snap back to him. He sways slightly, still quite tipsy. For a moment, Misha can't even breathe. Why would Elias want one of his shirts? Elias, taking his silence for displeasure, turns his face away and shakes his head. Never mind, whatever shirt. Okay, Misha says, processing Elias's request finally, because fuck if he doesn't want Elias to wear his clothes. I'm a simple woman. I love simple tropes like this. Okay? Surprise colors Elias's voice. He moves to the dresser and yanks his drawers open. God, what shirt does he choose? Something soft and comfortable, obviously. He fishes one of his favorites out, an old college tee. He ignores his shaking fingers as he hands it to Elias. Elias sinks back on his heels, pressing the shirt to his cheek and inhaling deeply. Fresh, he murmurs. Well, I wasn't going to give you a dirty one, was I? Misha doesn't mean to sound grumpy, but it comes out that way anyway. I mean, you could, Elias says, looking up from under his lashes. Misha freezes. There's a beat where Misha wonders if he should go rooting around in his laundry for a used shirt. But he can't make his body move. Elias has to be making fun of him. Elias's gaze drops and he scrambles to put on the clean shirt. It's wrinkled from sitting in the bottom of a drawer. The collar is stretched out, showing off the line of Elias's throat and the delectable dip between his collarbones. Then, with his gaze lifting back to Misha, his hands drop to his belt. The metal clicks as he undoes it, the sound making heat bloom in Misha's stomach. It slides smoothly out from the belt loops. Elias is careful to not let it crack in the air, and it makes Misha's knees go wobbly. There's a silent care to the gesture. He lets it fall to the ground, careless in that action. Then he undoes his buttons, fingers quick with the zipper, and Misha needs to rip his eyes away, but he doesn't. He can't. Like what you see? Elias asks, his voice a teasing rasp. Misha turns his head sharply, knowing his cheeks are on fire. His whole body is on fire. I'll take that as a yes, Elias says. There's a rustle from the sheets, the bread frame creaking. You can look now, he adds, after several moments of maneuvering. Misha looks back, and Elias is settled on his designated side of the bed, curled up in the pillows, with one tucked against his chest and his cheek pressed against it. His brown eyes glimmer in the low light, big and soft like a doe's, almost innocent. There is nothing innocent about the piled crumple of trousers on the floor. Elias has one leg under the covers and the other on the top, crooked, pulling the fabric of his boxers tight across his ass. You can also come back to bed, Elias says softly, toying with the edge of the duvet. Why am I reading this? Misha nods, unable to form a single coherent word. He turns off the light and heads back for the bed. Thankfully, it's fully dark, and only a sliver of lamplight slides beneath the thick sheaf of blackout curtains. He feels his way to his side of the bed, grateful that he doesn't accidentally touch Elias's ankle or foot. He slides beneath the silky sheets and covers, hunkering down beneath them even though he feels far too hot beneath them. Usually the covers keep the drafts from causing a chill, but knowing that Elias is so close to him, in his shirt and in boxers, makes him feel like it's the middle of the summer. He feels Elias shift beside him, huff out a soft breath. Misha is tempted to turn his back on him, but he can't move. It's like Elias has spun a spell over him, but Misha knows that it's his own heart that makes him wish to draw closer. I can hear you thinking, Misha. Stop listening so intently, Misha replies without hesitation. He closes his eyes, tries to will sleep to claim him quickly, but even as he desperately tries to ignore it... Am I really reading this on the internet? But even as he desperately tries to ignore it, his cock is halfway to hard, and his brain keeps supplying him with the replay of Elias pulling on his shirt, taking off his trousers, and laying with his leg hitched up. A feather-light touch brushes against his chest, fingertips trailing down his sternum. Your heart is pounding. You cannot possibly feel that, Misha says, even though he knows his heart is racing. It's a natural reaction to seeing his very handsome husband in bed, obviously. The bed shifts and the sheets move. Are you afraid? Of the dark? No. A half-truth. Of you? Terrified. He means to say it with a caustic drift of sarcasm, but he can't quite manage it. The light touch of Elias's fingers disappear. Misha wishes he hadn't tucked himself so firmly under the covers. Then maybe he could have grabbed Elias's hand before he moved away. I'll let you be. Do not worry, Elias murmurs, his voice a bit muffled as he shoved his face into a pillow. The silence presses in. The dark is suffocating. Oh, fuck it, Misha mutters, after a few moments of bearing the silence with tremendous amount of effort. He shoves the covers off again and sits up to turn on the bedside lamp. It's a low light, barely illuminating his half the bed. Are you all right? Misha turns back, and Elias stares at him, eyes big and brows furrowed, still wrapped around a pillow. You're driving me to madness, Misha breathes. His husband looks so unbearably soft and cuddly. Oh, Elias looks away. I'm sorry. He curls further into himself, and Misha shakes his head. No. He reaches out, touching Elias's chin and drawing his face up. It is a good kind of madness, he whispers, searching his gaze for any kind of disgust or anxiety. You're trembling, Elias whispers, curling his fingers around Misha. I'm holding back, Misha admits, shifting down to his elbow. He hovers close, a dip of his head, and they could kiss. I don't know what you want. Elias's smile always starts in his eyes, right now happening a blink before his mouth follows, and he smiles, soft and close-lipped. I thought I made it obvious about what I want. His eyes search Misha as he begins to sit up. He tosses the pillow to the end of the bed, but he doesn't look away from Misha. You. Misha opens his mouth to make a quip, but he finds no words. Me? He stutters, barely managing that. Yes, darling, at least a goodnight kiss. I thought I was imagining this, to be honest, Misha admits. Then he leans forward, and Elias meets him in the middle, eagerly, his head tilting and their nose brushing a moment before their lips collide. And that's all you're getting from me today. Oh my god. I forgot that some of it was in there because I'd written it quite fast, so that's all you're getting of Elias and Misha this time. Again, if you want to hear more about them, you can go watch this video. I did very much enjoy doing my Instagram Controls My Writing Day video. I will probably make more of these in the future. Again, author.katie.chandler is my handle on Instagram. You can go follow me if you want to see more about my projects, if you want to know when these polls are coming up, and you can vote on them and have your voice be heard in what I do, because I'm a woman of the people and I listen to y'all and do what y'all want me to do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the chaos, the madness, everything that's happened. I'm going to try not to sweat to death. I am sweating not because of what I wrote, but because it's literally 95 degrees outside. So I have to go pack. I appreciate all of you who are here. If you want to see more like this, I will make another one. Subscribe if you want to see more of my rambling face. I have lots of things coming up in the future that you're not going to want to miss. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.